Last holidays, Max and Min visited a farm that belongs to Mac MacDonald, a friend of their dad and the son of Old. The farm is quite a large one, with many paddocks of various crops, hundreds of cows, pigs, and horses in their own yards and pens, and several large sheds containing tractors and farm machinery. "How big is this farm, Dad?" asked Min. "What is its area?" Max and I learnt about using square centimetres and square metres to measure area from videos 3.6.2 and 4.6.3, but there must be millions of square metres in this farm. "Well, Min," replied her dad, "you're correct. Like most farms, this has a very big land area, so it's not measured in square metres, which would be too small a unit. The huge farms, or stations, in the Australia outback are so big they are measured in square kilometres. That is, they are divided into 1 kilometre squares to work out their area, the same way you might measure the area of a whole town. This farm of Max, though, is not that huge, so we use a unit of area that is between the square metre and the square kilometre, called the hectare, HA for short. 1 hectare equals 10,000 square metres. To picture the size of 1 hectare, imagine a football field which is about 100 metres by 50 metres. If we put 2 football fields side by side, their total area would be a square, 100 metres by 100 metres, which works out to be 10,000 square metres. That is 1 hectare. Mac's farm is 150 hectares in area, so it's as big as 300 football fields. That's a lot of soccer games, but watch out for the cows when you shoot for goal, he laughed. As Max and Min walked around the farm with their dad and Mac MacDonald, they noticed that the animal yards and pens were all rectangular shapes. "These rectangular paddocks here all have an area of 1 hectare," mentioned Mac, "but they are different shapes depending on what they are used for. Do you kids know how to work out area?" "We know that you can divide a rectangle into equal squares and then add up the squares to get the area," answered Max. "That's correct," said Mac. "If you know the length of the rectangle and its width, you can just multiply the two numbers together to work out the total squares, that is, its area. For example, this paddock here is 200 metres long and 50 metres wide. That is 200 1-metre squares along its length and 50 1-metre squares along its width, which would work out to be 10,000 1-metre squares. In other words, an area of 10,000 square metres, which is 1 hectare. This other paddock here, which is longer and narrower, is 400 metres long and 25 metres wide. Again, we multiply length by width. 400 times 25, which also equals 10,000 squares. That is an area of 10,000 square metres, or 1 hectare. So to find the area of a rectangle, we just multiply its length by its width, piped up Min. "And," added Max, Rectangles with different shapes could still have the same area. Mac laughed. Your dad is right. You two kids are maths geniuses. On the way home in their dad's car, Min pulled out a piece of paper and a pencil, then said, Max, I've been thinking about how some rectangles have the same area even though they have a different shape. Look at these 3 rectangles. 12 by 2 centimetres, 6 by 4 centimetres, and 8 by 3 centimetres. Remember, the area of a rectangle equals its length times its width. The area of all 3 rectangles is 24 square centimetres. What do you notice about their dimensions? Max looked at the rectangles for a minute, then started to smile. Pause the video and think about these dimensions. Do you see what the twins can see? It suddenly became very clear to Max why all those dimensions resulted in the same 24 square centimetre area. Min, all those different pairs of dimensions are factors of 24. That's why when you multiply each pair, you get 24. The same will happen for any pairs of factors that multiply to the same number. Can you see how different pairs of numbers, when multiplied together, can give you the same result? Think of some other examples. Now you can watch this video again, or try the quiz and look at the chart that comes with this video.